what it is, everybody. I see people saying I haven't been around for, what is this over my chair? Oh, this is the last. I don't even know if it's on our website. This is a collector's item. This is the original LTV shirt from 2017, maybe. It's the cheapest. It's on like a cheap fabric and stuff. This is the last one. I don't know what size it is. We only made 50, and they were signed, a number of them, back in the day. Made them in London, actually, and then shipped them out. That's how the t-shirt business started. Well, we've come a long way since then, haven't we? All of us. It's been a long time. Thanks, Johnny Midas. Greetings from Palm Springs. Hey, what's up? Is it hot there? Are a lot of people there? Last time I was there was a gay festival, basically. It was so gay. It was the gayest place I've ever been. The pool was just full of men. It was crazy. I think it was July 4th weekend. It was hot too, super hot. And then my wife got food poisoning, so it wasn't that awesome. She was visiting gay friends. So Palm Springs, what's up? Johnny Midas, did you not want me to call out your city? Not me says, I don't know why I set a timer to catch the show. Set it 5 minutes late. Then you'll be fine. That's about when I start. Today was a little later than that. I'm sorry. I'm having difficulty keeping track of time. Or time is like slipping a little bit. So I was a little later than I should have been. But normally I'm within 5 minutes. I find it insulting to say that I'm not on time. I'm not Nick Fuentes or anything. He shows up like 3 hours late. Sometimes. I mean, I'm not a prima donna exactly. Seriously. Wear my Bitcoin sweater today because Bitcoin is plummeting. Well, it's not that bad. It's at 95, but other cryptocurrencies have really gone down a lot. Don't know why. Just bad sentiment, I guess. So, but it'll come back. Gold is doing really well. Usually they say if gold's doing well, it's a sign of the end of the world. Or they say, oh, gold is telling us something. That's what they say, usually. It's like $3,000. Basically, not quite yet, but like $2,950. Crazy. I have mostly silver, but Katie has some gold, probably stored away somewhere. Waiting for silver to pump. I wish it would. That would be great. So that's going on. Trump is kind of like, so I took a break from the news. Oh, hey, Mr. Cranky. Yeah, they're going to audit Fort Knox. Yeah, what do you think they're going to find? That'll be funny. They're not going to find what they say is in there. It hasn't been audited for like, 50 years or something? Elon Musk, he's naive sometimes. Zero Hedge was like, I think it's Rand Paul. He's calling to audit the Federal Reserve. And Elon Musk is like, oh, they must do that at least once a year. Zero Hedge was like, you'd think so. So, yeah, we're going to find out if there's actually any gold in there. It's cool to just say, it's weird. That's the weird thing about owning things that have value. It's like, so like, what does it mean if we're never going to sell it? Just like Bitcoin's kind of like that in a way. It's like, what's it? Like if you never sell it, which is the right approach, I guess you just borrow against it. Or, I don't know what I was going to say. So gold might not be there. Yeah. Thanks for that, Mr. Cranky. I appreciate it. You say they say there's fake gold. I don't know if it's fake. I just don't know if the gold's there. Who knows? If I were the United States and I told everybody all the gold was in Fort Knox, I'd put all the gold in like Oklahoma, I wouldn't put it there. So I would keep it very secret. You know what I mean? Like it's actually kind of weird for the government to say where the gold is. So it might not It might not be on location. You know what I mean? So who knows? Who the hell knows? I mean, they have these deep underground military bases. You think they're preparing for the end? Like, do you think people know something we don't know? The future is looking pretty good, kind of. I mean, it's way different than it was. Tulsi Gabbard, I can't believe that. Can't believe Tulsi Gabbard got approved. Like it's like a new age. It really is like a new age, the golden age. I called this the calm before the storm. That's just like a callback to QAnon. Once I called the show the calm before the storm, and it was like right at the beginning of QAnon. It got, I don't know, like 80,000 views or something. It's like a 2-hour show. We barely talked about QAnon. That was the most popular thing. People are susceptible to mind viruses, and there isn't currently like a specific psyop mind virus like QAnon was. Holy crap, that was so insane. There's still some people out there. They say that Trump was president. Like Biden wasn't actually president. That was just a show. Like to convince people, to show people how bad Democrats are for real, for good. So then we can go into the golden age where Trump becomes emperor and we have no more elections ever. Trump and Elon Musk, who are like best friends. Elon Musk said he loves Trump as much as any straight male can love another man. So it's quite a relationship. It's just, I have to say, it's very interesting what's happening on this planet. Trump met with Putin. Europe is pissed off. Europe is pissed off at us in general because we went over there and embarrassed them. JD Vance said. So I'll play a clip of that because they don't believe in free speech. And actually 60 Minutes even covered it. I have a clip of it. They're like, oh yeah, we're arresting people for posting memes that we find offensive. And that's like what we do. It's really astounding. And they want to defend that too. They even took the news on a tour. I'll show you. Pandora, you said there's still a lot of QAnon. Yeah, I saw one guy. Where we go one, we go all. What did they had numbers and stuff too, like 17. I remember that. 17Q, because it was the 17th letter of the alphabet, or still is. I have some clips for you if you care. No, honestly, I was taking a break. The news is kind of sometimes it's just a little repetitive, I guess. Like it's like humanity in general, I guess. It's the same old story. We do the same shit over and over again. So I wonder when it's going to get old and we advance. You know what I mean? So I've been thinking about advancing. And not looking at the news that much. But now I'm back. Well, people have been contacting me. They're like, what's wrong? No, nothing really. Just that the world is, it's kind of predictable. Looking for something new. I'm looking for new adventures. That's what I'm looking for. But I don't know. Like, they'd have to be off-world somewhere. So, hoping the aliens come pick me up. They might. Thanks, Pandora. Oh, I got to play an intro. I'm too late. Shit. Fuck. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Don't do the show for a couple weeks. You forget. Okay, cue musical intro. Boy, that's brilliant. I do think some things in the world are real. Like you guys. You guys are real. Most of you. Most of my listeners, I think, are not just in my head. I think I have the metrics to prove it. You've taken a leap of faith today. What is that sound? And I apologize if you take offense. I'm a little offended myself. Welcome to our show. Welcome to the future. What it is, joining you live from sunny California. It's a beautiful day today. I'm your host, Nathan Stoltman. And I bring you the news, the real news. Yeah, normally, sort of reliably, just not lately. So, yeah, the real fucking news. That's right. If you're not here for real news, then fuck off. Like, seriously, go away. I don't care. So we're going to talk. No, I'm just kidding. I love you all. We love everyone here. Everyone, literally, all of humanity, except for the pedos. So you guys want to see videos? There's a guy called Big Balls on Doge. There's a guy called Big Balls on Doge. So that was like a really big story. Everyone called him Big Balls. So Doge is just wrecking things. They're going in everywhere. They've gotten access to IRS systems. They're getting access to Social Security systems. They say like tens of millions of dead people might be getting Social Security checks right now. So everybody hates, everybody hates the transparency. Somebody quit from, can't remember which one, from one of the offices because they didn't want to let Doge hook in. There's really a lot of room for improvement. The government's terrible. Like, the government's run by humans. Humans really aren't that advanced. And then it's run by like basically subpar humans, the government, and it was set up a long time ago that way. And it really hasn't been updated much. So, and then like we have new technology that can replace those people and they can just go off and we don't care what happens to them. We don't. We're beyond that. So we will replace them with machines and have an efficient government. We could actually save some money, believe it or not. Like if we did, like there are simple things. They don't fill out shit on spreadsheets, like to say what money is for. They could do that. So there's the potential if things keep humming along, which, you'd think we'd get hit by a meteor soon or something. But if things keep humming along, there's potential that the government could significantly improve, over the long term. They'll fire a bunch of people or a bunch of people will quit. So, I don't know. You ever feel like things are actually going along a little better than they should? Okay, here's the thing about Big Balls. Let's see, Big Balls. Anderson Cooper.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with Musk and Big Balls.
Big Balls.
Big Balls.
Big Balls, who work for Elon Musk's so-called Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE.
In the one case of the Big Balls kid, a literal teenager.
Big Balls online, Big Balls here, that Katie's talking about.
A 19-year-old that goes by the username Big Balls.
So that would be one way that we could refer to him.
Young computer whizzes, the aforementioned Big Balls.
Because who among us doesn't feel better about big balls in charge of American air traffic control?
There you go. It's pretty funny. I love Rachel Maddow making an appearance on there for us. She's great. Big Balls. Yeah, it's a bunch of young autists or something running Doge. I don't know. It's really comical. People hate it so much. But they don't even have that much time to complain about it because like a plane crashes, they have to talk about that forever. I turn on CNN sometimes to see what they're talking about. It's just like plane crash over and over again. You want to see it? I'll show it to you. Fuck it. But this is the mainstream news is like, oh, okay, we have a video of a plane crash. Well, we'll just play it over and over again and get on like experts to talk about it and bullshit. Run it all day. Then they don't even have time to talk about Trump, Doge. No, seriously, like that's it. Like that's the news. It's weird how big stories get covered up. Imagine when 9/11 happened. I mean, literally there was no other news. So it was good. It was fortuitous that they mentioned that they lost trillions of dollars the day before. Okay, like, what was I gonna find? Oh yeah, plane crash. I'll show it. I'll show you the fucking video. I'll show it to you. It's pretty crazy. Well, it's kind of crazy that it's so snowy there, and they actually just land in the snow. I didn't realize that. I don't know if they do that in America. It's got to be cold in Canada. I don't think I'd want to live there. So, oh no. There's the plane. Here's the clip. Here. Ready? Oh no. Oh shit. Plane like wing broke off. Shit. There's no sound. I'm sorry. There is sound in that video. I mean, you just hear some Canadian saying "whoa," but yeah, plane. It must have been pilot. I guess it was pilot error. The thing looked like it was coming in for a landing. I guess it came down pretty hard. So that's pretty much what the plane would have had to do to hit the Pentagon, is do one of those. But we didn't see evidence of that. All right, so let me stop the screen. Hey there. So yeah, that was the plane crash. That was basically most of the news today. Nobody died. I guess everybody had their seatbelts on. They were like hanging upside down. I don't know. It's a pretty. What do you think? Like, you definitely want to know. None of us are. Well, maybe few of us are in an experience where you really believe you're going to die. It must be quite an experience. I'm curious what goes through your mind. They say your life flashes before your eyes. I believe that's true. I haven't believed I haven't had the time to believe I was going to die before and have that happen to me. Oh, turkeys. Okay, signs of the end. Let's see. Signs of the end. Okay, this is weird. Sometimes animals do this weird behavior. So here's turkeys circling a grave that says Harris on it, like obsessively circling it. I'll show you. I like the music. So yeah, turkey circling a grave. Have you ever seen that? Animals sometimes going in circles for like obsessively for days without eating or drinking. Very strange. It's weird. We have weird programming inside of us. I'll tell you that now. We have very strange programming. I think we could be more advanced than we are. Okay, let's see. You want to see? Yes. From the free speech thing. Let's start with the thing that kicked it off. Okay, we'll start with the thing that kicked it off. This is JD Vance going into German territory to piss on their face, which actually they like in Germany. So
I look to Brussels, where EU commissars warn citizens that they intend to shut down social media during times of civil unrest the moment they spot what they've judged to be, quote, hateful content. Or to this very country, where police have carried out raids against citizens suspected of posting anti-feminist comments online as part of, quote, combating misogyny on the internet, a day of action. I look to Sweden, where 2 weeks ago the government convicted a Christian activist for participating in Quran burnings that resulted in his friend's murder. And as the judge in his case chillingly noted, Sweden's laws to supposedly protect free expression do not, in fact, grant, and I'm quoting, a free pass to do or say anything without risking offending the group that holds that belief. And perhaps most concerningly, I look to our very dear friends, the United Kingdom, where the backslide away from conscience rights has placed the basic liberties of religious Britons in particular in the crosshairs. A little over 2 years ago, the British government charged Adam Smith Connor, a 51-year-old physiotherapist and an Army veteran, with the heinous crime of standing 50 meters from an abortion clinic and silently praying for 3 minutes. Not obstructing anyone, not interacting with anyone, just silently praying on his own. And after British law enforcement spotted him and demanded to know what he was praying for, Adam replied simply, it was on behalf of the unborn son he and his former girlfriend had aborted years before. Now, the officers were not moved. Adam was found guilty of breaking the government's new buffer zones law, which criminalizes silent prayer and other actions that could influence a person's decision within 200 meters of an abortion facility. He was sentenced to pay thousands of pounds in legal costs to the prosecution. Now, I wish I could say that this was a fluke, a one-off crazy example of a badly written law being enacted against a single person. But no, this last October, just a few months ago, the Scottish government began distributing letters to citizens whose houses lay within so-called safe access zones, warning them that even private prayer within their own homes may amount to breaking the law. Naturally, the government urged readers to report any fellow citizens suspected guilty of thought crime. In Britain and across Europe, free speech, I fear, is in retreat.
There you go. Strong words there. Those are some European, Munich Security Conference. They're up in arms about it. In fact, they cried about it at this same thing. The head of the thing cried about it. They're that serious about it. So I'll show you the crying first, and then I'll show you the news. The news did something crazy too, interviewing Marco Rubio. Okay, here's this guy responding to. Oh, wait. Oh, stupid. Thanks for community notes. Community notes are good. So you didn't cry about that. I was misled. Well, it didn't have a community note earlier. It's better than censorship, certainly. Okay, here's the weird thing that happened. So like the news can't believe he's so mad at Europe for not defending free speech. So here is the news. Margaret Brennan on CBS Face the Nation talking to Marco Rubio about it.
Well, he was standing in a country where free speech was weaponized to conduct a genocide. And he met with the head of a political party that has far-right views and some historic ties to extreme groups. The context of that was changing the tone of it. And you know that the censorship
I have to disagree with
was
you.
specifically about the right.
No, I have to disagree with you. Free speech was not used to conduct a genocide. The genocide was conducted by an authoritarian Nazi regime that happened to also be genocidal because they hated Jews and they hated minorities and they hated those that they had a list of people they hated, but primarily the Jews. There was no free speech in Nazi Germany. There was none. There was also no opposition in Nazi Germany. They were a sole and only party that governed that country. So that's not an accurate reflection of history.
Well, he was.
I knew that's what they thought, though. I always knew it went back to it. Like everything goes back to the Holocaust, like it has to. Is so, like, if I know they wish they just could have censored Hitler. They just think, oh, if he didn't get to talk, people couldn't hear those hateful views. Trump was kind of like Germany first, He wasn't. I listened to some of the AI speeches. Yeah, he didn't like the Jews, but I mean, there are a number of other countries that had problems with them before too. Here is 60 minutes video showing the German police arresting and confiscating technology from somebody who posted a meme that was deemed offensive. I'll show you that.
That's clear. Is it a crime to insult somebody in public?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a crime to insult them online as well?
Yes.
The fine could be even higher.
Yeah.
If you insult someone in the internet.
Why?
Because in internet, it stays there. If we are talking here face to face, you insult me, I insult you, okay, finish. But if you in the internet, if I insult you or a politician,
That sticks around forever.
Yeah.
If somebody posts something that's not true, and then somebody else reposts it or likes it, are they committing a crime?
Yeah, in the case of reposting, it is a crime as well, because the reader can't distinguish whether you just invented this or just reposted it. That's the same for us.
The punishment for breaking hate speech laws can include jail time for repeat offenders. But in most cases, a judge levies a stiff fine and sometimes keeps their devices.
How do people react when you take their phones from them?
they are shocked.
Oh, they love it.
It's 6:01 on a Tuesday morning, and we were with state police as they raided this apartment in northwest Germany. Inside, 6 armed officers searched a suspect's home, then seized his laptop and cell phone. Prosecutors say those electronics may have been used to commit a crime. The crime, posting a racist cartoon online.
How do they know?
At the exact same time across Germany, more than 50 similar raids played out. Part of what prosecutors say is a coordinated effort to curb online hate speech in Germany.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. Those fucking people deserve hell forever. I can't believe they laughed about it. Oh, yes, they're very surprised. Fuck you. Fucking shit eaters. We're dominating now. You listen to us. It's the age of America. New World Order, bitches. You can't stop our free speech. Yes, you can arrest people in Germany. Fuck you, though. So that was news. We have free speech in America. We have a president who likes free speech now, finally. Like, why did he? It is really weird that this administration is so much different than the last one. Last time all this shit was going on, he didn't do anything about it. Like, they were censoring him. He didn't do a fucking thing about it. It's really weird. This time it's like just wrecking shop. Okay. This is like government workers are going back to work. So this is actually Jamie Dimon saying how lazy remote workers are. I don't know if you're a remote worker. I would be if I could be. I had a remote work job for a second, but it was actually very demanding.
A lot of you were on the fucking Zoom and you were doing the following, okay? You know, looking at your mail, sending texts to each other, what an asshole the other person is. Okay, not paying attention, not reading your stuff, you know, and if you don't think that slows down efficiency, creativity, creates rudeness and stuff, it does, okay? And when I found out that people are doing that, you don't do that in my goddamn meetings. You go to meet with me, you got my attention, you got my focus, I don't bring my goddamn phone, I'm not sending texts to people, okay? It simply doesn't work, and it doesn't work for creativity, it slows down decision-making, and don't give me the shit that work from home Friday works. I call a lot of people on Friday, there's not a goddamn person to get a hold of. But here are the problems, okay? And they are substantial, okay? Which is the young generation is being damaged by this. That means they may or may not be in your particular staff, but they are being left behind. They're being left behind socially, ideas, meeting people. In fact, my guess is most of you live in communities a hell of a lot less diverse than this room. Every area should be looking to be 10% more efficient. If I was running a department of 100 people, I guarantee you, if I wanted to, I could run it with 90 and be more efficient. I guarantee you, I could do it. I could do it in my sleep. And the notion, these bureaucracies, I need more people, I can't get it done. No, because you're filling out requests that don't need to be done. Your people are going to meetings they don't need to go to. Someone told me to approve something as wealth management that they had to go to 14 committees. I am dying to get the name of the 14 committees. And I feel like firing 14 chairmen of committees. I can't stand it anymore. Now, you have a choice. You don't have to work at JP Morgan. So the people of you who don't want to work at the company, that's fine with me. I'm not mad at you. Don't be mad at me. It's a free country. You can walk with your feet, but this company is going to set our own standards and do it our own way. And I've had it with this kind of stuff. And, I come in, I've been working 7 days a goddamn week since COVID. And I come in and where's everybody else? But they're here and there and the Zooms don't show up. And people say they didn't get stuff. So that's not how you run a great company. We didn't build this great company by doing that, by doing the same semi-disease shit that everybody else does.
He did the thing like at sales meetings. That was the thing that was the best. When the boss would be like, you don't want to be here? Leave. You don't want to be here? That's fine. If you're here though, you got to work. Close. Managers sometimes get really mad. It's crazy. Working's crazy. You think it's going to go on and persist? Jobs are going to get taken over. What are we all going to do? Technology, etc. Well, I guess we'll find out. Maybe. Together, maybe. All right, guys. That's really that's what I have for you today. That's my message. So I'll see if I'm back. I'll look at the news and see if I can get some stuff for tomorrow, since people miss me while I'm gone. Today is Tuesday, so maybe tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern. No promises, but maybe. I'll try to come up with some good news for you guys. I like spending time together. All right, guys. Until next time, that's what it is.